Okay, thank you. The Architectural Review Board of the Town of Southampton now come to order. Welcome to the March 4th, 2025 meeting. Ms. Doyle, the ARB attorney, would you summarize the legal regulations for our hybrid board meeting?
Yes. The board's meetings continue to be hybrid, which means they're held both in person at Town Hall and by a video conference. If you go to the town website, you can find the town clerk's meetings portal. There are links to the live stream video. You can submit written comments for the public record. You can also join the Zoom webinar. If you're on Zoom and you would like to speak, you have to click the raise hand icon or type in the chat box so our moderator can grant you access to the meeting. If you're here in person to present, then please come up to the table when your application is called. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Doyle.
You're welcome.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Wright, would you please lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
You're welcome, Mr. Chairman.
And Mr. Jankowski, the board secretary, would you please call the roll?
Mr.
and
Wright,
notice
present.
if we have a quorum.
Mr. Tagliavie is absent. Ms. Keys,
Here.
Mr. Burke,
Here.
myself, Mr. Rump, absent. Yep, and Mr. Sherry. So we have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Did the board members that were present at the last meeting review the February 18th, 2025 meeting? And were there any errors or omissions?
No errors.
No errors or omissions? Wait a minute, how many do we have at the last meeting?
I was not at that one.
I was not, and neither
I don't
of you.
think
We
really,
only
so
have
we can't-
two.
we have to move.
We have to dispense with the voting on the minutes until we have more that were present at that meeting.
Okay.
More than one person?
Yes.
Okay, if it was 10 minutes.
Yeah, we have to have a majority to vote on it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, any old business to come before the board? If none, we'll start with the published agenda. The first on the agenda is site plan review and administrative review. Lewis Road, PRO. This is a site plan, 65 Lewis Road. Is the applicant available? And would you come up, please? And would you present
Bless you. Thank you.
yeah,
Bless
your
you.
application, and Mr. Jankowski is the lead
Good morning.
for this.
Good morning.
This was a submission that we made to planning about a month or so ago, and between Janice, Sharon, Claire Shea. These are for two temporary structures that we're looking to erect for a short-term period, and they felt we should go through the Architectural Review Board process for these two temporary structures. So one will be used as a golf cart barn primarily, and the second will be a pop-up food and beverage outlet, which will mostly be outdoor deck, a small bar, a small retail shop, and 2 bathrooms. They're estimated to be up between 18 and 24 months. So as soon as our clubhouse is ready, these will go away. They are temporarily being erected on 2 of our planned residential lots. So,
Lars, just state your name for the record, both of you.
sure. Lars Fitter, VP of Development, Discovery Land.
Jessica Insulaco, Vice President at Discovery Land.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that was pretty much it on my summary. I believe the information was shared with the council electronically, and there they are. So that is an image of what the cart barn will look like.
Man.
So it's stretch fabric that goes over a metal frame, and on the left you can see, they do an electric grid setup on the inside to charge the golf carts. Yeah. So these are fairly typical at golf courses. Sometimes they're used permanently. Ours will be, used temporarily. So, and then That's just a floor plan, so it's 40 feet wide by 120 feet long. Okay. Gates on either end. We picked tan as our color. And then this is the temporary food and beverage pop-up that we'll look to do at the golf driving range. So again, as mentioned, open floor plan, small outdoor bar, the dark areas, two restrooms, and then in the upper left-hand corner, that'll be a small retail pop-up shop.
Can you see these from the road at all?
No,
No, right.
oh, no, absolutely not.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Presentation over?
Presentation.
Perfect. All right. So I'm going to start with, look, we shouldn't have to have them come to our board for a temporary structure. So to me,
Well-
this seems like this is overreach. We do not look at job site trailers. We don't have wedding tents that come to us. So the fact that they had to come to us for a temporary structure, I think this is not in our purview. This has to do with building department and fire marshal. That's it.
Well, all right, first of all, how long would this be up?
They just said 12 to
I see.
24 months till their
24 months.
construction that they've already been here is done.
Maximum,
Well,
yeah.
that's a little bit, that's longer than just
Yeah.
wedding pins. or
Right,
something
and see,
like
it's
that.
not,
So I
that's
think-
where,
I
There is-
understand your point, but there's a line.
Yeah.
Amount of
I
time,
don't
and
see
it's
where
an
that's
actual
written
building.
anywhere.
Yeah.
well, no. I think they're going to revise it, and this is why. They wanted us, because of the length of it. If it was a short period, they wouldn't, you would never even come to the board.
You can't even see it.
You know,
Yeah, that was beside the point. You know what I mean? That we can't see it. I didn't think that it was
Yeah.
necessary for them to come to us. But anyhow,
Yeah.
if it is, and this
Anyway.
is what we have to do, then I have no issues with it, and I recommend approval.
okay, thank you, Mr. Jankowski. All right, Mr. Burke,
No issues.
okay, Ms. Keys.
I understand Tim's perspective on this, absolute Ted.
Ted.
Sorry, I have a cold. I understand his perspective on this, and I marginally agree with him, except for of course, it's because of the fact that it's built so large, right? How big is this structure?
What did you say, 120?
The golf one is 40 by 120. This is about 25 by 40.
All right. Whatever, I see nothing wrong with it, but it's an interesting thought.
Thank you.
Mr. Wright?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, and I have no problems with this, but I can see there would be a problem if you were close to the road, if this was the color of it. All right, if you ended up being pink, people would have issues with it. But this is where a lot of times, I don't know why, but I will ask and find out.
Okay.
But I have no issues with it. All right, this is administrative review, so we have to vote on it. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Motion has been made and seconded to approve as submitted. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's approved.
Thank
That's it.
Thanks for coming in. Sorry
Thank you
that
so
had to-
much.
Good to see you on
Be good, boss.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah, but I still don't like that.
No. We'll see what happens.
Better.
Okay. Next, we have a site plan review, 1004 Montauk Highway, and this is in Watermill. And the applicant is here. Would you have the drawings up there?
Yep.
Here, just in case.
Yeah. This is-
Perfect. Good morning, Mr.
Morning.
Chair, members of the
Yeah.
board, Brian Newman, Newman Design, we're the project architects. We're here today presenting essentially materials for the building in hand here. It's a proposed medical facility, 2 stories. Since our last presentation, just very minor tweaks, and then I'll get into the materials. 2 of the comments were an entrance component off Montauk Highway. So the architectural language was always sort of the same from front and rear, but we didn't have an entry point there. So we added the doors and the sidewalk connecting to that possible future sidewalk along Montauk Highway, if that ever happens or it continues to be extended.
And the other was just to clarify lighting along that entry point. Other than that, it's just essentially been, I'll call it naming or specifying the materiality. The roofing material is asphalt shingle, architectural asphalt shingle, barkwood, so it has a little bit of that brown tone. Architectural, so it has that nice shadow line to it as well. The main wood, the main material is an Ipe hardwood, and the white on the base, that would be a stucco, just a basic white finish. We're specifying elastomeric to help with a little expansion, contraction, so we avoid any cracking in the future for that. And the light fixture as depicted in the renderings, and down here, we specified that exact manufacturer. Happens to be Lightway is the name of the manufacturer, but it represents the aesthetic that we had previously thought about, but we were able to nail down a specific make and model number there. The windows and storefront, they're going to be aluminum. So as point of performance specification, we specified Cornier or equal. Yeah, right. It goes back to our last conversation. But essentially, black aluminum frame windows, which you see depicted here. Obviously, meeting all today's energy efficiency and building codes. Essentially, it's the same architecture on all four sides, same language, same materiality.
Okay, Ms. Keys is the lead on this, and would you give the board your
I think it looks fine.
recommendation?
I think it looks fine. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay, fine. Mr.
Do you have a site plan? Just so I can orient myself. I just don't remember this one coming before us,
Yeah,
but
it's
I might
on
not
the
have been here.
corner. And I don't recall. Oh,
It's on the corner going into Scuttle Hole Road.
Oh, okay.
actually, I don't have
You
a.
want to-
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's up here. I see it.
Right up in
Right
that.
next to the Mexican restaurant
I got you. Okay, that's where it is. Yep.
And you have several,
and the Grace Church.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
yeah,
fits. Yeah,
several
with
structures that are close to the,
Yeah.
it's going to be in harmony with the
I
whole.
see it.
And
now
parking is all behind the building.
I love that.
Yeah.
I have no issues with it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Burke? No. Comments?
No issues, I like.
And Mr. Wright, comments?
I'm good.
And I don't have any issues with it. In fact, I like
great.
the changes.
Thank
I
you.
think it's quite
Thank
well.
you.
And there's a little more balance to the building now.
Yes.
Since this is a referral from planning, a transmittal letter will be forwarded to the planning board with our comments.
Okay. Excellent.
That's it. Thank you.
Thanks,
very
Brian.
much.
Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you
Good
for the
luck.
input.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Thank you. Is there any further business to come before the board? If none, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
And
Second then.
you'll second it. I was just gonna ask for a second, okay. Motion has been made and seconded to
Aye.
adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Our next meeting is March 18th, 2025. And thank you, everyone. And do remember, you turn the clocks ahead this coming week.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah.
So